Focus. Ideate, innovate, enable.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Luxury of Poverty. I am your host A.B. Ravi. Generally speaking, most people complain about the disadvantages and hardships they have to suffer and endure in their life. Worse, many curse themselves if they are born into poverty. It is normal, I would say, but there are few exceptions. To put into context, these few exceptional bravehearts clearly know that they can't control the wind. So they do the next best thing. They control the sail. That's exactly what my guest Dr. A. Velumani did. He smartly controlled the sail. Result, he runs a successful company, Thyrocare, which in turn has grown his personal net worth to around 2,000 crore rupees today. Dr. Velumani considers himself lucky to be born into poverty. But for that, he would not have made it big, he feels. With this kind of real-life experience, Dr. Velumani will share with us insight on how to succeed in life and business. Besides, he will also try to decode the success mantras of entrepreneurs featured in this series. With this thought of mine, let me turn my focus to the hero of this week's episode, Chandubhai Virani, the man who built Balaji Wafers. It is a hard-won success story. Chandubhai started as a gatekeeper at a cinema theatre in Rajkot some 4 decades ago. Today, he has built a brand that is giving big players sleepless nights. Take a look at Balaji Wafer story and you know what people mean when they say patience and perseverance can cross mountains.
The Rajkot-based Balaji Wafers seems to be giving deep-pocketed MNCs and large domestic players a run for their money. Witness this. In a span of 3.5 decades, this company has earned the unofficial title of the Sultan of Wafers from the trade. That's a huge compliment. With a bouquet of 8 varieties of chips and over 25 varieties of namkeens, Balaji Wafers holds a dominant position in 5 states in the country. It has captured 60 to 70% market share in Gujarat, Maharashtra and Rajasthan. In Goa, it commands over 50% market share, while in Madhya Pradesh it is close to 50%. This strong reach has been possible because of its strong distribution and retail network. Through a network of 700 loyal dealers, the company makes its products available to over 8 lakh retailers in the 5 states where it has a presence. Balaji Wafers' homegrown philosophy of enticing consumers by localizing its products to suit the regional palate seems to be its USP. For instance, in Gujarat, it offers masala wafers and gathia to cater to the local palate. In Maharashtra, it offers chaat masala wafers. In Rajasthan, spicy snacks. But what sets the company apart from its competitors and lets it gain a huge market share is its attractive pricing strategy. For instance, a 10 rupee pack of Balaji Wafers contains 45 grams of chips, while Lay's has just 25 grams. This strategy seems to have worked like magic, as it is gaining popularity through word-of-mouth publicity by the trade and consumers. Little wonder that its advertising and marketing spend is negligible compared to about 7 to 8% spent by its competitors. Net-net, these strategies have worked well for the company, keeping cash registers ringing. The company has grown phenomenally in the past 35 years, from an annual turnover of about 50,000 rupees in 1982 to 1,500 crore rupees in the fiscal year 2016. Indeed, the company has come a long way. But the beginning was tough. The Virani brothers went through hell before they tasted success. 3 brothers, Bhikubhai, Chandubhai and Kanubhai, were born into a farmer family in a small village in the Jamnagar district in Gujarat. All of them had completed only their primary education. In 1974, the Virani brothers borrowed 20,000 rupees from their father and moved to Rajkot to seek out their fortune. They invested their money in a fertilizer business, but due to the lack of knowledge and experience, they lost all their money as a trader supplied them with spurious fertilizers. The fear of incurring their father's wrath saw the Virani brothers deciding against returning home. With no career options in sight, Chandubai started doing odd jobs. He joined as a gatekeeper at Rajkot's Astron Cinema on a monthly salary of 90 rupees. Impressed with Chandubai's hard work and commitment, the theatre owner, Govind Kunt, outsourced the canteen business to him. Soon, the Virani brothers started making 50 to 60 kgs of potato chips every day at their home and selling it at the theatre. Finding eager takers, the Virani brothers decided to expand their business by selling the wafers to local shops in Rajkot. Within 7 years of the launch, by 1989, they had become a formidable player. Today, all of their products are manufactured at the state-of-the-art plants located in Rajkot, Valsad and Indore. Brand Balaji has indeed arrived.
सक्सेस फेल ये सब जीवन का पार्ट है, वो तो आएंगे। हमको ये सब एक्सेप्ट करके हमको आगे बढ़ना है। इसलिए हम एक बार दो बार फेल हुए, फिर भी हम एक इंसान है, हमको कोशिश जारी रखनी चाहिए। इसलिए हमने कोशिश जारी रखी। 43 साल क्यों चला गया? जो पहले 18 साल बहुत मुसीबत का था, लोगों को लग रहा था कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं, ये कोई बिजनेस है। लेकिन हमने सोचा कि नहीं, ये कुछ करेंगे, ज्यादा नहीं, 2 रोटी तो हम इसमें निकाल लेंगे। 2 रोटी मिली तो एक छत बना लेंगे। हमारा कोई ऐसा बड़ा गोल नहीं था कि हमको पैसा कमाना है, पैसा कमाना। तो 18 साल चला गया। 18 साल में काफी समझ आ गई। तो मैं तो यही कहूंगा कि आप ठहरेंगे, एकाग्रता करेंगे तो समझ आएगी, समझ आएगी तो ज्ञान आएगा। लेकिन आप तपेंगे नहीं तो उगलेंगे मतलब कैसे, तो ज्ञान कैसे आएगा? तो ये काम हमने किया और विश्वास से किया, दृढ़ विश्वास था कि हमको मिलेगा। क्यों नहीं मिलेगा? क्योंकि ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए था।
Dr. Velumani, welcome to the show.
Hello.
What's your first take on Chandubai Virani, the man who created Balaji Wafers, which is giving sleepless night to MNCs?
If I see somebody who hasn't even crossed his school levels, it's an amazing outcome. Though he has taken pretty long period, I think the story is very energizing. Earlier we were talking about poverty is not a limitation. Here it looks like even education is not a limitation. So that gives us another dimension, that what you need is lage raho, be focused. I think in his story I see a very clear focus on namkeen.
Namkeens.
He has not touched sweet.
Sweet at all, yes. Correct.
He has not run hotels. He has understood his core strength is potato.
So
all his products are around potato.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, he has understood what Gujarat needs, what different states needs. I think had he been a PhD or an MBA, by now he could have given his brand even in other countries in different parts of the world. I think what limited him is his educational limitations, if I call that as.
But do you think if you were highly educated, you would get into a business like this at a...
I think possible? This business is no small business, no mean business.
When it started it?
It's a business which even worldwide everybody does. If there is a Lay's next to him,
True.
I don't think this business is small or mean. And when I hear that he packs more for $1,
yeah, true.
That means he's in a right path. I think I have observed businessmen 2 kinds. One who packs as little as for $1 so that he can make more money. Other man makes as maximum as possible in $1. He gets more volume. Both make money.
Okay.
So I found his story very interesting.
Okay. Clearly, it is a hard-won success story. What comes out loud and clear is that Chandubai did not lose hope. Like the epic hero Arjuna, he was intensely focused, and that has paid him big time. On that note, we need to take a short break. When we come back, we will look at how Balaji Wafers carved out a huge market share for itself. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Producing flavors that appeal to local population seems to be the USP of Balaji Wafers. But what has worked well for the company is its more for less strategy. The 10 rupee pack of Balaji Wafers offer quantity that is nearly double that of its competitors. Let's listen to Chandu Bhai's homespun strategy.
हम ज्यादा देते नहीं हैं, लेकिन हमारे पास खर्चा नहीं है। तो खर्चा नहीं है तो बिना खर्चा का प्रॉफिट बढ़ जाता है। प्रॉफिट बढ़ता है तो रेट नहीं बढ़ाते हैं, रेट नहीं बढ़ाते हैं तो क्वांटिटी ज्यादा लगती है। क्योंकि हमारा कोई ये तो गोल नहीं होता कि भाई आपको इतना बेचना ही पड़ेगा, आपको इतना टारगेट है, आपको इतना स्कीम देंगे, आपको ये देंगे, वो देंगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
Well, Dr. Velmi, he runs a tight ship. Frugality is the name of the game. But is operating in a price-sensitive, brand-conscious market. Is this strategy sustainable?
He is not looking at the top of the pyramid as his customers. He is looking at middle of the pyramid. The middle of the pyramid is really sensitive to price. He would have pressures, he has pressures, everyone would have pressure, but how do you manage that pressure is what is important. Now he says profits are increasing, so I don't have to increase the rate. That means the competition has to increase the rate and he need not increase the rate, and he thinks that volume is making sense. Why should I increase the rate and lose my customer? I think this is very important for every businessman. Please don't look opportunity to raise the rate. Look a possibility of retaining the rate. Possibility of retaining the rate. The customer is after you. Now his is primarily through a B2B distributor. You pass on that slight extra profit to the distributor, he will display your brand in front of the other brands. So I think the strategy works. India is known for, Indian distributors are known for promoting those goods which give a better margin. No crime.
No crime, yeah.
And I think his strategy is that instead of me spending on a model, why not I spend on giving an extra margin?
I'll come to that in a bit. One thing that stands out is Balaji Wafers' ad spend, or the lack of it. Viranis have managed to keep their ad spend at negligible levels in a category marked by high spends of around 7 to 8% of total revenues. Despite negligible ad spend, their products are in great demand. Let's understand Chandu Bhai's logic.
सेलिब्रिटी इसलिए नहीं रखते हैं कि माल बिक जाता है, लेकिन माल क्यों बिक जाता है? आज 43 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है और जो प्रोडक्ट है हमारी बच्चों की जैसी है, उसके साथ हमारी नजीकता है। एक्सपीरियंस के आधार पे हम उसको पहचानते हैं, उसको कैसे प्रोसेस किया जाए, उसको कैसे पैकिंग किया जाए, कंज्यूमर को क्या पसंद है, तो ये हम काम करते हैं। इसलिए आज हमारी सेल हो रही है। ये सेल हो रही है इसलिए हमारे पास आज जरूरत नहीं है, इसलिए सेलिब्रिटी हम नहीं रखते हैं।
So no money spent on advertising, no celebrity to endorse this product. The homespun strategy, it has worked well for him. But what I need to understand is this sustainable, number one? And you see the new age company spending a lot, so will you see him losing out in the long run?
I think if spending alone decides future, everybody will only spend. You have to have a good quality product at an affordable cost. When I hear him, he says very clearly, I am close to my customer, my product is known to the customer, and I am in my own market. But if you look at, he is not covering pan-India as of today.
Yeah, he's about 5 states.
He is in the Western India, and his budget is not very small. It could have been a bigger budget had he gone for a bigger celebrity. What he says is, I haven't found a necessity to look for a model to promote my business because I have a good business model.
So he says his brand is his celebrity.
Business model.
Business model, yeah.
If it is successful, you don't need a model.
You don't need a model. So you think you can go on in this fashion?
I don't see any limitation. India is a billion, more than a billion population. The items which sell at a higher price, celebrity driven, will occupy the 1, 2, 3 of the topmost slice. He will be very much dominated in 4, 5, 6, 7 of the middle portion of the slice. I don't think that easy to dislodge people in the middle of the pyramid. Top of the pyramid people can be easily dislodged.
Okay. That's an interesting insight by Dr. Velumani. Clearly, Chandubai Virani's homespun mantras have made Balaji Wafers a force to reckon with. On that note, it's time for a short commercial break. When we come back, we will look at how Virani Brothers created a strong distribution network of 8 lakh retail outlets in the country. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Virani Brothers knew that they had a winner at hand, so they left no stone unturned to cash on it. Let's hear it from Chandubai on how they built a strong distribution network.
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का हमारे पास बड़ा एक्सपीरियंस है. रिटेलर को हमने बेचा है, कंज्यूमर को बेचा है, डीलर को हमने माल दिया है और डीलर से सोल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को आज दे रहे हैं. तो ये सारा एक्सपीरियंस है और एक्सपीरियंस के साथ साथ कुछ इसको बेनिफिट भी मिलना चाहिए. अगर बेनिफिट नहीं है तो एक ब्रदर को दूसरे ब्रदर भी सपोर्ट नहीं करते. तो ये हमारी एक फैमिली जैसी ताकत है कि इसको सपोर्ट मिलना चाहिए, सेटिस्फाई होना चाहिए. और इतनी बड़ी एक्सपीरियंस से आज हमारे साथ 2-3 डीलर से आज 700 डीलर हैं. 700 डीलर 5 राज्य में है. 5 राज्य में जो देने के लिए हमारे पास 5 सोल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है. 500 ट्रकों द्वारा उसको सप्लाई करते हैं. और ये 700 डीलरों हैं वो 8 लाख दुकानों को माल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं. यूनिटी संगठन है, लोग जुड़े हुए हैं हमारे साथ. इसलिए आज हमारे जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में मजबूताई है. तो ये सारी बातें प्रैक्टिकल है.
So 2 or 3 things that's come out. One is they were able to tickle the regional palate by their regional flavors. That is one. They give regional flavors. 2 is they seem to know the trade in and out. They dealt with retailers, they dealt with distributors, they dealt with these. Is this the key reason for the success?
Obviously, any product manufactured is not success. Any product sold is success. And selling the product needs channels, channel partners, the distribution network. All should understand and agree with the profit sharing or the revenue sharing in the entire business. I think it is not overnight made.
Yeah.
It has been made over 3 decades. They might have also made errors and learned and tweaked, and finally they are into a kind of network. But having said that, the manufacturing doesn't undergo major changes over time.
Okay. Yeah.
But the distribution networks have huge disruptions. And of course, logistics is logistics. Material has to go from one end to another end. But having said that, there is a strength of existing network and the existing business model. But the family has to keep reinventing how better, how to control the costs involved in the distribution. That's going to be a challenge.
That's going to be a challenge. Well, understanding the consumer psyche has helped the company grow at a 20% CAGR in the last 5 years. But Chandubai is not contented. He has set his sights even higher. So what does he propose to do? Let's hear it from Chandubai.
अगले 5 साल में हमारा यही गोल है कि हर 6 महीने 1 साल में एक प्रोडक्ट देना है. 1 साल 2 साल में एक फैक्ट्री यूनिट डालना है. और मेरे ख्याल से 10 साल के अंदर पैन इंडिया जा सकते हैं.
Seems like a very ambitious target looking at his size today. You think it is attainable?
No, for his size it is not an ambitious target because he is already 1,000 plus crore.
Yeah.
What gives me an enormous surprise is even within Western India, he could manage to reach a 4-digit crores of turnover. I think if he goes pan-India, one more zero is certainly there.
Okay.
Whether this product, this kind of pricing allows him to scale up nationwide, what kind of manufacturing facilities he should have in different parts of the country, how is he going to control that manufacturing processes to remain as lean as what they are today, because he doesn't have much of an option to increase the price.
True.
So
that is
it's
USP.
management. It's pure management.
Pure management. Pure management. So looking at Balaji's story, what is that about Chandubai Virani that impresses you?
I think education didn't stop him. Poverty didn't stop him. His failures did not stop him. And he knew it's a marathon race, not a 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
And he kept his elements in place, and he is today seen as a four-figure turnovers, which many companies could not make with dozens of models giving advertisement.
Thanks, Dr. Beluni. Very well put, I would say. Well, Balaji Wafers is a chatpata story. It has all the ingredients: failure followed by success. Success was possible not because of money. It was because of Chandubai's doggedness, focus and determination. What is particularly interesting is that for someone who has had no formal education, Chandubai is getting invitation from B schools in India to talk about his success story. Clearly, he represents hope. On that thinking note, it is time to say goodbye. See you next week with another interesting episode. Till then, keep watching CNBC TV 18.